Good evening. This is the video newsletter for Buy Sell Short for Tuesday, April 5th. Pretty choppy session today. We have the Dow trying to break through that double top here, but we've got a lot of headwinds over the next couple of days. We had a couple of the Fed governors out today with the same old rigmarole about inflation, etc., etc. Same couple of guys we've heard saying this for the last year plus. But for some reason, the way the market was today, it got a little bit more attention. We also have what is probably the bigger issue, the teabagger attempt to shut down the government this week. We really need them to strike some sort of deal before Friday, or we could see some weakness, definite weakness, on a government shutdown next week. So let's see how that acts. If we don't have a resolution going into Friday, it might be a good idea to probably go high cash and just keep the stocks you really, really like. But hopefully these idiots will come to an agreement in the next day. We'll get a pretty good idea tomorrow if that's going to be the case. Dow 15-minute chart, you can see, we continue to trade within a pretty tight trading range, which has been really good for the small cap stocks, although we're seeing the action in fits and spurts, not throughout the whole day. We'll get a lot of crazy momentum in a lot of stocks, then it will just die, then we'll see it pick up again and then die. So, traders are rushing into the market on some plays, then stepping back and watching, and then rushing in again. So, it might be a good idea to have those cash levels 50% at least right now, and just look to work your money, make your gains, take the smaller gains right now until we start to see some plays really, really move to the upside. SMH had a very big bounce back today. The reason, of course, Texas Instruments buying out National Semiconductor. Again, we need to see the SMH break up through that $35 level to get a confirmation on the market that we're going to see further upside over the next few days. I mean, the chart is supportive of that move. Let's see if we get some more green action to the upside tomorrow. Gold was on fire today, up $20+ a share, probably thanks to the Fed governors talking about inflation, and the gold stocks were just taking off left and right. TLR, this is a stock we've played a couple of times before, but I love the chart setup here. As you can see, positive MACD cross on TLR today. The last two times we had a positive MACD cross on TLR, within the next 3 to 4 sessions, the stock ran 50% and 40% over the course of the next 3 to 4 days. Nice chart breakout here. If you're looking for a spot to add to your positions, it would be a break through the 250-day moving average there at $1.04, $1.05. So a break through $1.05, you can look to add to your positions on this one, and then trail your stops to the 20-day. Actually, not trail your stops to $1 on this one. We should see this one go on a nice move on tomorrow's session. It's setting up very, very nicely. SNSS, this was on the popper scan yesterday. We got news this morning, hit that first target at 220 on the nose, and then just like SNSS, doesn't matter if it's got a massive float or a small float like it does now after the reverse split, the stock just trades like shit at times. And, it got shook into the close, very annoying and very disappointing. But, that just means we can see some further upside tomorrow. The last time it went on a big run back in December, it did sort of the same thing. It popped, gave it all back, and then went huge the next day. So let's see if we see that similar action again. I would probably look to add to a scalp position on this one tomorrow on a break through 210, RSI through 50. This one should definitely continue to move with all the action we're seeing in biotechs over the last day or so. INO, they are presenting, as I mentioned in the popper scanner, at a number of conferences over the next few days. Chart breakout is 118. We're looking for 125 to 135 on this one, with stops at $1.12. This one, can be frustrating, and then out of the blue, it'll go boom. So keep that in mind if you're playing this stock. MCZ has been a monster winner for us over the last week. Interesting action on this one today. All the other gamer stocks were really, really weak, and MCZ had just a massive buyer camped out at the 229 level all day long. I mean, that was the low of the day. Very, very tight trading range. I wonder what news is coming here. You know, very good news could really light this one up. Next ad on this one would be a break through 240 is where I would look to pick up a scalp position on this one. NEI, you know, the only thing we're lacking on this stock is volume. The other storage play that frustrated us last week, QTM, just went kaboom today. Broke through all its moving averages on really decent volume. So the storage stocks are starting to move. Further upside on QTM tomorrow, and they will come rushing back into NEI. We really need volume. What we've been lacking on NEI really since early February is volume of over 1 million shares. That is the volume we're going to be looking for, or a breakthrough 210 to add to our positions on this one. NTN, our little penny gamer stock, got shook out on really low volume today. They actually got it as low as 48 cents and then climbed all the way back to even on the day. 55 cents is the breakout here. Another one that went on a shake today was IPAS. Still consider this one a gem play. If you're paying attention, you were able to pick this one up today at 143 to 145. Interesting action. You see what happened here 2 weeks ago? It did the same sort of went after the stops dip. Actually, it's done this 2 to 3 times now in the last month. And look what happens after that happens. It usually signals a bottom in IPAS, and then it usually makes a run to the $1.60 area over the next couple of days. So let's see if we see a repeat on that and a move back up to the 160 plus area in the near term. JSDA, Jones Soda, you know, pretty much dead all session long, and then late in the day we had a buying spurt. This is typical for this stock. It's going to get very interesting on the next break through 130. We could really see that move we've been waiting for on that move to 145, 150. Stochastics, you know, the chart looks great. Buy dips and sell the spikes on this one and wait for the breakout to come. DDA or DDSS Laborapharm, you know, what a frustrating friggin' stock, and that's all I can say on this one. Looked fantastic 2 days ago, and then out of the blue today just makes a new low. I mean, this one over the last month has been building solid, and then just out of the blues takes out stops. Really, really annoying. If you stopped out on this one, 56 cents is where I would look to getting back in here. And, you know, I'm almost to the point where I might delete it, but the chart still has a lot of promise. But, you know, after stopping out on it today, 56 cents would be the add back spot on this play. So that's it for the video tonight. We've got some very, very nice setups going into tomorrow. TLR should be very, very nice for us, as well as INO, and keep a very close eye here on NEI, especially if the other storage stocks take off. That's it for the video. See you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.